Bolivian government reacted on Saturday after the attack became public through an official statement in which it expressed its firm and immediate support for the Venezuelan people in what it described as a path toward the recovery of democracy and the restoration of institutional order. In the statement, Bolivia argued that the current crisis facing the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela is a direct consequence of the collapse of the rule of law and the consolidation of criminal structures that have captured the Venezuelan state. The government stated that it considers unavoidable the start of the real democratic transition that puts an end to what it described as a narco state, dismantles mechanisms of repression and corruption, and restores institutional legitimacy in accordance with sovereign of the Venezuelan people. Later, through a post on his X account, the Bolivian president Rodrigo Paz wrote, "Freedom is not negotiable. The dignity of peoples is not negotiable either. When an illegal regime governs for drug trafficking, societies subjected to tyranny, Bolivia reaffirms that the solution for Venezuela is to respect the vote, which represents the true will of the people. Bolivia will always stand on the side of democracy, institutional order, and respect for human rights." In the afternoon, during a gathering of Venezuelan residents in the city of Santa Cruz, who were preparing to celebrate the removal of Nicolás Maduro, the presidential spokesperson appeared publicly to express the Bolivian government's support for the Venezuelan community in Bolivia. She stated that Bolivia will always support Venezuela in its process of recovering democracy and institutional order, recalling that Edmundo González won the Venezuelan elections in 2024. Those who have openly expressed positions of reproach and condemnation regarding the U.S. action were former presidents Evo Morales and Luis Arce. Evo Morales demanded the immediate release of President Nicolás Maduro, stating that he was kidnapped along with his wife as a result of what he described as an illegal and criminal military aggression, whose real objective was the looting and appropriation of Venezuela's natural resources. Former President Luis Arce also issued a categorical condemnation through his Facebook account. He described the incident as a kidnapping and an unprecedented attack, urging the international community through the United Nations to intervene in order to prevent the situation from escalating to incalculable levels. Arce stated that the United States is not concerned with combating drug trafficking, but rather with appropriating Venezuelan oil and other strategic resources. Regarding the regional impact of these events, the position of Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva stands out. Lula warned that these actions sets a dangerous precedent for the international community, arguing that attacking countries in blatant violation of international law is the first step toward a world marked by violence, chaos, and instability, where the rule of the strongest prevails over multilateralism. He also stated that the action recalls the darkest moments of interference in Latin American politics, referring to US backed coups and military dictatorships through the 20th century.